Shit ready. Questions. Man, that fucking light. I tell you what. Making videos at night is a bitch because you're blinded by that fucking light that you gotta use to make it show up straight. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Let's see. Can you see me in the fucking picture? Can you hear me in the... Who knows? Who the hell knows? Testing one. Testing one. I guess. If you can't hear me, you're just gonna have to freaking read sign language. Wow, I look really white under that light, don't I? Jesus freaking Moses. Who needs that much light? Let's try to do something different. Holy crap. I'm telling you what. 500 watts of freaking halogen right in your freaking face. Who needs that? Let's try to bounce it off the wall. Let's see how that looks. Is that better? It's not right in my damn face. I think that's better. Yeah. Testing. This is a test. I don't know if it's a test or not, but it's a test. Actually, it's probably going to be in the video. But now I can't see my... Leave it like this. I think this is good. Folks, I'm leaving this part in the clip because this is part of making videos. You just, you know, setting up your tripod and your camera, getting your camera on the right settings, and you have to have your lighting right when you're doing something like this. But usually I'm just, blam, it's just open. Recording out in the daylight, so I don't really have to do all this crap. Let me clean my glasses and get ready. Folks, this is the question and answer video. You have submitted your questions in one of my previous videos. I'll insert that here. Bend over. Bend over. Suggested that I do a questions and answer video. And I think that's a pretty good idea, don't y'all? Put your questions down below this video, and I will, after a week or so, go and get all the questions, and I'll answer most of them. And just don't be too personal in the questions that you ask. I'll try to be as truthful as possible answering them, but there's just some questions I know, you know, that you got to understand I'm just not going to answer. So go ahead, comment down below with your questions. Now what I've done is I've taken all your questions and printed them out. And I'm going to go through these questions, and I'm going to read them, and I'm going to answer them for you. With Blue Cup number 2 for the evening. So I'm already tuned up a little bit. You know, yeah, you got to get tuned up a little bit before you make a video. Let's get right into it. Let's get right on into it. About right there. That looks good for now. Okay, I got a damn light on top of my hat for, you know, fishing and stuff. I'll go ahead and use that when I need it. Bend over. Bend over. He wants to know, hurricanes. What are they like, and how do they affect Niceville compared to Pensacola? If you leave town, how long before you return? All details about preparing before they hit, during, and after. Okay, let's just go to the first part of this question. He's got a multi-part question. Hurricanes compared to Niceville and Pensacola. Folks, Niceville is about a 45 minutes to an hour drive away. So I guess we're, you know, we're pretty close. So if a hurricane comes, there's not much difference. Really, there isn't a whole lot of difference. We have the same winds, the same there's not a whole lot. It's hard to really gauge by that, because the way the bands of a hurricane come through, you can't never tell. You really can't tell what's going to happen. So it's not that far away. An hour's drive, let's consider an hour away for driving 70 miles an hour down the highway. We're only an hour away. It's not that far. The damage, like if a hurricane hits Pensacola and they get a lot of fucking damage, we're going to get some damage, but nothing like they are. Depending on how big the hurricane is. I mean, that's just, goes with saying. Goes without saying. We're going to the next part of the question. If you leave town, how long before you return? Well, if you leave town, you don't come back until they allow you back, depending on if you got hit. If you're leaving town, you pretty much know that you're fixing to get a direct hit. Before we leave town to evacuate, we know that we're fixing to get slammed. To come back is just, well, I've never had any problem with that. Last time I evacuated for a hurricane was Hurricane Dennis. It was the one after Ivan. Ivan screwed me up. I'll put you some pictures in here of what happened to me in Pensacola during Hurricane Ivan. And I did not evacuate for that. That's a whole nother story. I mean, I could go on and on about the hurricane thing. This question could take up half of this video, but I'll buzz through it pretty quickly so I can get to the other questions. You're looking at these pictures. It's pretty bad damage. So the next hurricane that came was Hurricane Dennis, and it wasn't too far after Hurricane Ivan, and I decided to evacuate. And I went to Jacksonville, Florida, and the damage wasn't really that bad. So I got right back in. It didn't take long to get back in. As soon as the storm is gone, the hurricane's gone within one day, and you want to be back. You want to come back as soon as you can to check on your shit. Preparing for a hurricane before they hit, you want to make sure you've got plenty of water, plenty of food, canned foods, stuff that you would bring camping with you, like cans of. I think the bugs have figured out that I got a light going on. You want to bring cans of Vienna sausages and little beans, beanies and weenies and different things that you would bring camping. And you want to stock up on ice and water and beer and liquor and cigarettes, whatever you may need. Okay. Back in my day, whenever hurricanes were hitting me, I was a drug addict. So first thing I would do is call my dope dealer and get plenty of fucking dope. All right. Back in the day, it was cocaine. So I would stock up on cocaine, and I'd make sure that I had plenty of party supplies, and it was cocaine and what was that damn beer I was drinking? Steel Reserve. I had cases and cases of Steel Reserve. They were 32-ounce cans, and I'd go buy a couple cases of those and get me a damn bag of cocaine, and I'd ride out the storm. After the hurricane, well, it ain't so fun when you ain't got no power for 3, 4, 5 days, maybe a week. Your whole town is torn up. It's pretty devastating. Ivan kind of screwed me up in the head a little bit because I'd never experienced anything like that before. So, yeah, it was difficult. I had no way to cook. We didn't have running water. We didn't have electricity. You couldn't live in the house because the house was, the roof was damaged and water came in and there was mold in there. Living after a hurricane hits, if you are lucky enough to still have a structure with most of your things in it, because a lot of people don't. I was able to live in the yard, and I kind of just camped in the yard until the house next to me, was ready to move into, because it was a rental and it had been empty for a while. So I was lucky enough to just be able to rent the house next to me. My landlord had a big piece of property and all that. Anyhow, I could go on and on about the hurricane. That was a really good question. If you're thinking about moving to Florida, we haven't been hit here where I live since Hurricane Ivan. And what was that, 2005? Here it is, 2016, folks. 2016, we've been lucky. I'm afraid this El Nino, though, this is going to be a bad year. I don't have a good feeling about what's going to happen. Stay tuned for that. If it happens, you'll see it, what I can see. I'll record everything I can for you. Let's move on to the next question. Let's drink first. Craig Anderson. If you can make an ordinary Joe over the pond choke on his mug of tea, cough his guts up, make the grandchildren laugh, then being a redneck ain't such a bad thing. You have a good heart, sir. Damn, haven't laughed so much in a long time. He didn't really have a question, but I appreciate your comment, and I appreciate you watching, Craig Anderson. Stay tuned. I try to do my best, and don't let your grandkids watch. Mr. Glock, what is your favorite video series that you've made so far? Did you think your channel would be this big when you uploaded your first video? Brian. Brian, my favorite video series, I think, so far is, out of 3,000 something videos, I've got quite a bit. My favorite, I don't really have a favorite series. Well, actually, I do have a favorite series. I made a series of videos called Happy Times, where I took the best little clips from Boggs and Boulders Off-Road Park with my friend Happy. And that's why I called him Happy Times, because his name's Happy. And I took the best clips of me and him in times that we've had together, and we really had some good fun times. So I'd have to say that my Happy Times, if you look up Happy Times, those are probably my favorite series of videos that I've made. But I also really, really enjoy this past Christmas, when I made the drunken, stupid videos, when I did a whole lot of editing. I did a whole lot of editing and a lot of effects into it. I really enjoy those also, because it brings out my creativity, and it stimulates my mind in the creation process of the editing of the videos. Did you think your channel would be this big when you uploaded your first video? Well, I didn't really think about it. I didn't think about it. When I uploaded my first video, I didn't realize what YouTube was all about. I had no idea that you could make money off of it or anything. I was playing an online game. It was a multiplayer internet game that you had to log onto a website, and I had an avatar. I was a little guy running around, as you may look at the video here. I'll put a link up here to that video, my very first video. I was an avatar. I was a cartoon character that I controlled with my keyboard, and I ran around in this virtual world, kind of like Second Life, but this was called There.com. And I learned so much about that world and all these little tricks and glitches, a lot of glitches that I found out that were pretty cool, and it was different than a lot of the other people
in the world, I could do things that other people couldn't do. So I started recording it, and that was my first video. I wanted other people to see the things that I could do. I mean, there were skill levels and stuff like that associated with this game, this website. And you could be a creator too. You could create content, and I was creating 3D models. Well, I wasn't creating 3D models. I was painting 3Ds. I would put textures on 3D models, and I was pretty much painting them. I was painting these damn buggies, cars, and I was selling them. I had a car lot. I had it set up. Anyhow, check out the video up there. That was my first video that got me started on YouTube. I never thought it would be this big. To me, it's really not that big right now. I got 25,000 subscribers, but each video only gets about 400 or 500 views. So to me, it's not that big. It's nothing. It's nothing yet. I'd love it to be huge. Thank you for your question, Brian. Jay Wilson, how did you start off getting subscribers? Just told my friends, check it out. And it's a hard question. How did I start off getting subscribers? I don't know. It was kind of like a gradual. It just happens, you know. You got to put out some good videos, and it kind of just gradually happens, you know. You find some people that like you, and they share your videos with their friends, and then they subscribe to you, and it's a very slow, gradual process. Courtney Kayla, this is the Juicy Princess. If y'all remember from way back, she says, what was your first car? My first car was I think I've heard this question before. My very first car was a Dodge Ram D50 pickup truck. One of those little mini pickups. That was I think there's something flying around in the camera. Anyhow, yeah, Dodge Ram D50 pickup. I'll put a video right up here, and if you click on this video, you can see all the vehicles that I've had, or maybe not all of them, but there's a video to my timeline of vehicles that I've owned up to a certain point. Juicy Princess, thanks for watching. She's definitely been there for a long time. She is a long time subscriber of mine, folks. Thank you for watching, Courtney. Henry Vandenbrink. Henry Vandenbrink. Did you vote, and for who? Greetings from Holland, Europe. No, I did not vote. Here in America, I don't know what the law is now, but I'm a convicted felon. I've been to prison. I'm a bad guy. Okay, I'm an ex-convict. I lost my rights to carry a gun. I lost my rights to vote. I lost a lot of my rights. Anyway, I'm not allowed to vote because I'm a convicted felon. I haven't gotten my rights back yet. I can petition the courts and this and that because it's been so long and so many years have passed since that occurred, but I haven't done that. No, I have not voted. I can't vote. If I were to vote, I would probably vote for Donald Trump. And the reason why is because I think that we really need a change. Everybody says something about a change and all this, but Donald Trump is definitely the most different candidate that we've ever had. And he ain't scared of nothing. Okay, he ain't worried. He just, you know, he's like me. He puts it out there how it is. So I would really like to see Donald Trump. If I had a second opinion, it would be Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. The rest of these guys, I don't think they got it. What we got next? Guns, Pow, Blast, Boom. How did you get into wanting to do YouTube videos? Well, I think I answered that question a minute ago when I was, explaining the online game and how I started recording that. I was using a little program that recorded the screen and all that. I think it was called, shit, I can't remember the name of that damn program I was using. Anyway, that's how I got into it. Just wanting to record that game, and I wanted my friends to be able to see what I had recorded, so I uploaded it on YouTube, and that was the beginning of this whole thing. And back then my name was Lunatic. Pokerface Todd. He said, were you a Boy Scout? No, I didn't make it that far. I was a Cub Scout or a Weeble Wobble or something. I was one of the little ones. I never made it to a Boy Scout. In what religion were you raised? I was raised as a Catholic. Imagine that, as much as I drank. Yeah, I was raised as a Catholic. And yeah, I was raised as a Catholic. He said, that's two. Oh, well, you can ask two questions, that's fine. I was raised as a Catholic. Obviously, I'm not anymore. I'm not religious anymore. As old as I am, you start to learn that all that is bullshit. It's all bullshit. Don Merrimon. Don Merrimon. Kind of sounds like Dom Perignon, the champagne. What did you use to do for a living before your medical problems started? My medical problems started a long time ago, and I didn't do nothing for a living back then. I was just a bum. Dang, that air conditioner had been running for that long. It just now turned off, thank God. It's bugging the shit out of me. He said, what did you used to do for a living before your medical problems? I think that what he really wants to know is, before I actually retired and just started doing YouTube videos, I used to install draperies. I was a window treatment installer, and I did a lot of new construction in condos and up-end, high-dollar real estate. I hung drapes, curtains, blinds, window treatments, stuff like that. I worked for a lot of different interior design companies, and I did interior finishing on the windows to give people privacy, and I charged $100 an hour. That's what I did before my YouTube went big. Okay, I didn't really quit. That's part of why I quit working. It was from my back problem and climbing that ladder. But when my YouTube hit big, I had a couple viral videos that went crazy, and I'll put them here and over here. I'll put some things over here somewhere so y'all can see those. Click on those and then come back and watch this. But when the money was coming in really good, I went ahead and decided to quit my job. And now those videos aren't so viral at all. And I'm hoping for another viral video so I don't have to go back to work. Okay, let's go on to the next one. What made you start doing YouTube videos? I think I've answered that one already. Hold on a minute. That was Corey Stricker. Corey Stricker saying, what made you start doing YouTube videos? I answered that one already, Corey, with the online game and all that. A lot of people kind of got the same question. How'd you get into this? What made you want to do this? Michael Wood. Do you ever plan on attending a mud bog at West Georgia Mud Park? Yes, I do. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to make it. I've been trying to for 3-4 years now. Let me back out a little bit. Yeah, I've been trying to make it up there, but things just don't seem to be happening good for me. You know, things have went downhill. I tried to make things better by investing the money that I was making off YouTube into buying concession trailers and merchandise, and I tried to grow as I turned from lunatic into Rednecks Gone Wild from YouTube, and as YouTube grew, I turned in from lunatic into Rednecks Gone Wild, and I tried to grow as my YouTube grew, but things really didn't work. And but I still plan on coming up there. I really would love to be able to come up there and video record some of the events that they have at the West Georgia Mud Park. I don't know if Happy would be able to come with me. I can't say. I'd love to bring him. If it's at all possible, I will. That's Michael Wood's question. He wants me to bring Happy. Happy's a really good person. He's a wonderful. He's fun to hang around. West Georgia Mud Park is a cool place, and I watched a lot of videos from there, and I'd like to go there. I hope I make it there this year. And if I do, I'll let you know. I'll make a video and tell everybody I'm coming. Jake Adams. How did you go? How did you go with your trashy neighbors? Did they ever clean up their yard? And also, what camera do you use while you're fishing? Okay, yes. Those neighbors he's referring to around the corner, they moved out. I believe they got evicted. And shortly after that, everything was cleaned up, and there's some new people living there now, and they're keeping the yard clean, so I like that. Everything's taken care of. The camera that I use while I'm fishing now is the one that I'm using now. I'll put you a picture of it here on the screen. It's a Canon. And the reason I use it while I'm fishing is because I can have it mounted in the front of the canoe, and I can stop and I can start the video. I can stop it and I can start it. So what happens there, I can start the camera when I start to catch a fish, and I can zoom in with the remote. So that's the camera that I'm using now, is this Canon camera. Before I used to use others. If it's raining, I'll use the Sanyo. It's an Exacti WH1. It's waterproof. JT Fishing. Have you ever been married? Never. I did jump over a broom one time with a girl at a Grateful Dead concert. We had been taking acid, and I think we were smoking a little opium, and we were breathing some nitrous oxide also. We jumped over a broom, which was kind of an unofficial. Maybe I think jumping over the broom is a witch's wedding. I don't know. Look it up. What is, to you, what does jumping over the broom mean? We didn't have an official. We don't have it's not court. There's no paperwork on it. But yeah, her name was Patty. She was a stripper from Pensacola, Florida. I was the DJ at the club. We won't go into that. Yeah, we left the club, and I had an RV, and we went to a concert and ended up jumping over the broom. Oh Fart asks, do you have any kids? No, I don't. Not that I know of. I don't have any kids. Are you married? No. And he asks, oh Fart, same guy asks, how old are you? I'm 45. I think I'm 45 years old. I'm either 45 or I'm 46. One of the two. I'm not sure. I think I'm 46. I think I'm older than I am. Lane Bradshaw. What is your personal best bass? I'll put a picture of it right here. Didn't weigh it. Didn't have any scales. Never really actually used any scales to weigh bass. But that was my best bass that I've ever caught. And I caught it on a small microspin, Shakespeare microspin with light line. I think it's goes about 5 or 6 pounds after I go back and look at the videos and the pictures. But at the time, it felt like it was 10 pounds. That was my personal best bass. Folks, this is my questions and answers video. I'm answering your questions. I'm sitting on the back porch, of course. That didn't take too long, did it? I don't know how long it's been. I can't really see the timer. I don't care how long it's been. It don't matter. So what do we do now? We done answered all the questions. Let's just kind of sit here and let's listen to the damn pond. And as we listen to the pond, let's ponder on the questions and see if I have anything else I want to add to any of them. As that drink goes down, this is where the good shit comes in. All right, let's go add this to it. Let's go back over the question. The hurricane Ivan. When Hurricane Ivan came through Pensacola and hit my house, I turned the couch over. I flipped the couch over against the wall and crawled underneath it. You'd have to picture this the way I did it. I turned the couch over against the wall to where there was a crawl space underneath. It wasn't that much, but I crawled up in there when it got bad, and it got bad. Part of my roof got tore off. The water came in. The sheetrock, there was so much water on top of the sheetrock from the ceiling that it collapsed because of the weight of the water. And then the water just went all over the place. It was horrible. It was really horrible. And me and my cat, there's a picture of my cat. His name's Max. He's dead now. He's buried out here in the back. But me and Max, I held him close to me underneath that couch as that hurricane come through and the tornadoes that were associated with it. Hurricane Ivan kind of rearranged my whole mind. I don't know if I've ever bounced back from that. I probably have PTSD. I'm stressed out from it. I'm distraught, or whatever you call it. PTSD. I don't know what you want to say. It ain't good for me, anyhow. That's what I want to say. I really like the video series. I like the videos that I do when I first get a new editing program and I'm going through all the effects and different options, and I'm learning I like those videos. Those are kind of cool because I get creative and I start making music and different things. I don't know. Over 3,000 videos. It's hard for me to go back and look through all of that crap, and I have created a lot of stuff. my favorites are probably the ones where I've done the most editing and took time to make it artistic and I don't know, where I've actually taken the time to do some editing. I like those. I enjoy those. I enjoy go back and watching those videos myself. And there's a lot of videos that I'll go back and watch and I'll be like, whoa, did I really make that video? Because I won't even, sometimes I don't even remember making a video, of course. Right now I'm doing more talking than anything. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting on my fucking front porch. I'm gonna put these questions away, folks. I'm gonna end this video. This has probably been long enough for y'all. I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your interest. And got to go, folks. I really don't have to go. I just thought that'd be kind of a cool way to end the video, but to make it better, I had to get up and start running away. And I ain't gonna do that. They might be coming here. No, they're not coming here. They already know me. Yeah. Yeah, they already know me. They know they don't need to come here unless I call them. If somebody else calls, don't worry about it. If I call, then it's time to come. I can take care of it. Yeah, I don't vote, but I do vote. I do vote for my local service providers, my police and fire and ambulance and all that. They do a good job here in Niceville. They really, really do a good job, especially the police. This is a safe town to live in. You come up in here fucking around, they gonna catch your ass. They will get you. Between the Niceville Police Department and the Okaloosa County Sheriff, they gonna get you. You come around here fucking around, well, I'm gonna catch you on camera first thing. You come over here, and I'll turn that over to them, and they'll catch you. But we got cameras. Everybody in this damn town's got cameras. We'll catch your ass. Yep. I guess I should probably just turn this off now. Then finish the rest of my drink. Maybe I'll turn it back on after a while. Goodbye. I tried to push the button. I said goodbye. Everybody wave. As you wave, I'll turn the video off. Bye-bye.
Bend over.